As we check out the lineup for the Boston Red Sox. The sluggers in this lineup might not be too happy about the fact that the wind is blowing in today, Chris.
Yeah, and you hear pitchers talk about how good it feels when the wind is at their back. And for hitters, you almost feel like beyond just the pitcher coming at you, you've got this other force coming against you. So important to try to get on top of the ball in terms of hitting line drives, maybe really hard ground balls with a good exit velocity that'll get you a base hit, because it's very frustrating. You just hit one on the screws, think it's going to go out of the ballpark, and a guy is camped underneath it in front of the warning track.
And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball 3. Tristan Casas on deck for Boston. 1 out, bases empty. That just missed. He walked him on 4 pitches.
That just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and the guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
Substitution now at first base. Pinch running for Boston, Bobby Dahlbeck. Now batting Tristan Casas. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Man at first, 1 away. Off the mark there. And 1-1.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
At the belt and fires. This one ripped, but foul to the right.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Just off the outside corner. And it's 2-2. Swings and misses. Struck him out.
Stood absolutely no chance on that slider right there. And I don't mean to laugh, but that's a tough one. I mean, pretty much a perfect strikeout pitch. I mean, it looks like a fastball middle in. Kind of has cutter action, and it just bunches you up to where you can't get your hands through in the barrel to it. And not much you can do unless you recognize the spin early and you spit on it.
Masataka Yoshida up next for the Red Sox. That one finds the zone. 0-1. Right-hander kicks, deals. Line drive. That's a fair ball inside third. Throw comes in quickly, but the winning run is now in scoring position. 2 away.
Now, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high-leverage spot right there. That was a thing of beauty. He may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in his swing, he was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left. Now just 1 swing away from potentially walking this thing off.
So first and second with 2 outs. And now Trevor Story. There's a strike at the knees, and it's 0-1. Dahlbeck, the lead runner at second. Yoshida at first, 2 out of the inning. Now 1-1. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. Action in the pen down there. Joe Jimenez getting ready to come in for manager Brian Snitker. Matzik getting cranked up as well. The pitch. Got him looking, and he did not like the call.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
So coming into the game now on defense, Bobby Dahlbeck. He's the new third baseman. Second inning set to go. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Michael Harris. Pivetta back to work. And a base hit up the middle. Ozuna headed for the plate. The throw in. He will score, and the Braves take the lead. 1-0. Well, they didn't waste any time as they knock home the runner from second to get on the board.
Huge for team confidence and how you approach the situation. Still have a guy on base, and now they'll try to add on.
No outs, runner at first. So here's Murphy now. First pitch, and he just misses. Runner at first with no outs here. There's a strike. Clyde Washington with home plate duties in this one.
A little bit of a low zone move from Clyde. Nothing crazy, though. Pitchers that work consistently down around the knees and are able to command their off-speed stuff tend to have some pretty good success with him back there behind the plate.
Pivetta checks over to first, and he's back.
Base runner with a one-way lead right there. All he's trying to do is get a look at the pitcher's move. Had no intent of stealing on that pitch.
And that's in for a strike. Got him. And one gone. Here's Jared Kelnick. First pitch swinging.
One strike.
Check on the runner, and he dives back in safely. And a pitch. Runner on the go in the dirt. Blocked by the catcher, and he steals second base without a throw. Kicks and deals. Runner goes again. There's the ball. Throw, and they got him. 2 outs, base is empty. And that's downstairs and outside.
3-1.
There's a strike. 3-2. Fouls that off to the left, and will do it again. Outside, and that is ball 4.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
And the 0-1. And a foul ball. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now a 1-0 ball game. Inside Fenway Park. Now it's the right fielder, Abre. What are you looking to do in these spots? You're down a run. You're leading off the inning.
He's not a power hitter, a guy that's looking to tie it up with one swing.
Boots it to first, but no chance to get him. We'll see how they score. So runners at the corners, nobody out. Here's Tyler O'Neill.
Oh, how he'd love to walk it off right here.
And that's in the dirt.
No strike.
The pitch. And fouled off. And the pitch. And that one fouled off. The pitch. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. The 1-2. Got him swinging.
Well, that slider wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he got him to chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely fooled, or he was sitting all over the slider and just couldn't resist the temptation. But, man, really expanded right there and didn't have a chance of making contact with that pitch.
Now it's the second baseman, Vaughn Grissom. That's in there.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Two on, one out. Swings through that one.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
Misses off the inside. Now 1-2.
Well, he's so great about hitting the ball the other way. He gets those arms extended. So right there, just trying to straighten him up a little bit so he doesn't have as much outside plate coverage.
Here's the 2-2. Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out.
Really good, hard bite to that breaking ball for the strikeout right there. I mean, he was able to bury it down below the zone, and that's throwing the pitch with conviction. Good thing for the pitcher, he's not going to miss in the zone, and that's where you get hurt. Excellent execution with 2 strikes. That could be a big weapon for him in this start.
So it's their last chance in this one. And here's the catcher, Connor Wong. First pitch doesn't find the zone. In there for a strike at the top of the zone.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now. Well, at least you got the pitcher thinking a little bit. You don't want to run yourself out of the ball game. You get thrown out or picked off, it's over.
Next pitch is outside.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on, probably a challenge pitch coming.
2 on, 2 outs. They're down to their final strike. The Red Sox down to their final strike. That's outside. 3-2 now. Jarren Duran in the on-deck circle. Three-2 now. On the ground to short. On to first. Ball game. And the Braves strand the go-ahead run to hold on for the win.
Well, this one was all about the pitching and defense. Outstanding job of the pitchers, really attacking hitters, trusting what the catcher was putting down, and trusting the players standing behind him to make the plays defensively. Sometimes you want to see a high-scoring game, but sometimes you can appreciate the artistic beauty of what these pitchers did on the mound today.
The final 1-0 for Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show. I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.
Yo me siento bacano, yeah, mi cuello está frío, ya quemó Clary.